Get there! Who got ball? That's mine. Good boy, good boy. Hey, put it back in. Hey! Oh, right here! Come get it! Oh, get up! Keep shooting at me, man! Keep shooting at me, man!
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the New Orleans Pelicans at Smoothie King Center. And for New Orleans, with a win here today, they'll stake a claim to the second best record in the NBA. That tells you all you need to know about the year they're having. Well, it's rare these days to see a big man like Anthony Davis who can explode on the offensive end the way he can. What makes him so potent, Kenny?
Inside, outside, Ernie. You
Yeah.
know, he can get it inside, he can get it outside. It's impossible to guard. And 50-point nights. I'm telling you, 50. 5-0. All possibility.
And what I like, he gets all the touches he wants on the floor. Way to feed the big man Pelicans.
That's the same thing you used for the Hawks.
It's still a bird, though, right? Thank you.
Horrible. Kevin Harlan, it's all yours.
Orleans, land of the Pelicans, in a fine Western Conference battle at the New Orleans Arena. Buckle yourselves in, everybody. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. The Mavericks are looking to end their road trip here with a strong outing. Presently in last place in the West, this is a team searching for answers.
I mean, they have a tough stretch of games here in front of them, so it does present quite a challenge.
And nearing the end of the season, Brent, we always talk about momentum being a big factor heading into the playoffs. But why can't a talented team just turn it on when it needs to?
I've seen some examples, Kevin, where a talented team can turn it on when they need to. I think
doesn't happen a lot, though, does it? Would you agree?
It doesn't, but the idea of momentum, in my opinion, also doesn't necessarily exist either. I mean, there can be all of a sudden 7 games and you can flop in a game and you start talking about, well, where'd the momentum go? I think that's something in the ether. You have to make sure that you have the talent and the talent ready and healthy to get at that competitive level and to rise to that challenge. That's when I think sometimes you do see it click on.
Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Smith Jr. runs the point with Matthews at his side. They're the backcourt. Nowitzki is out there with Al Jefferson, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. Now, here is Smith. 17 points for him last game against Brooklyn.
Loved his passing tonight as well. He was just cutting the defense to pieces out there.
Nowitzki, the pass to Jefferson.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Finney Smith. Nowitzki inside. He's guarded by Davis. 3 on the clock. And the basket by Nowitzki.
Working the in-between area, the kind of look that can get you into a rhythm early.
Yeah, scratching my head a little bit about how the defense is trying to play this. No one there really contesting the shot.
There's a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Wait, did you just say trickeration, GA? I think it's a size disadvantage there that he was willing to attack, but you have to develop that skill set and have counters.
Right side Davis. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
You got to make that. The defense was far from terrible, but man, that's an easy shot.
Matthews sets a screen for Smith. He dishes it to Jefferson. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Offense clicking early here. 3 for 4 to start this one.
High post Cousins. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I mean, you can cover DeMarcus Cousins on the inside, and he'll still find ways to go through you. I love watching that big guy eat down there.
Here's Smith. No good off the pick.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Here's the doctor. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The pass to Smith. Takes the 3. Crush 24 for Dallas. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Nowitzki kicks to Smith. And at last, they get one to fall.
I just love how Smith is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the ball, measuring the shot as the pass is en route.
Here's the doctor. He had a 36-point outing in the last game against Boston. For the Mavericks, 16 consecutive years of 500 basketball or better, coming to an end last season, unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it was the beginning of a rebuild. First time in a long time for the Mavs, and they waived some of their veterans to free up space and court time to further develop those young players. And with how competitive this organization is, you know they'll do everything they can to get back in contention to try to send Dirk out on a high note.
And a story of two halves last season for the Pelicans. An 0-8 start, but encouraging signs, Brent, down the stretch.
Yeah, they ended up with the 11th best net rating in the NBA after they made the trade during the All-Star weekend for DeMarcus Cousins. So if this team can gel, and if they can get these pieces to work together, they do have the chance not only to excel, but to be very special with the unique talents of their bigs.
For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to Boston.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
This is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And Matthews kicks to Smith. Back to Matthews. Jefferson, a screen on Allen. Matthews, and it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Oh, nice screen. Really a poor defensive reaction and the obvious result.
Yeah, when you fail to get over the top, more than likely that jumper is going to go down.
Now here is Smith following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Smith dishes to Matthews. Nowitzki a screen. Back to Smith. Three-pointer. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
And when you think about his ability now to knock down these outside shots, with all of his force at attacking the rim, he's going to become unguardable.
Looking at Dallas, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Nets in Brooklyn.
And on an ordinary night, guys, I think they would have come out on top. That's just how well they played, but they happened to catch an opposing team at the very top of their game.
Yeah, both teams gave a very strong performance. I think that was a prime example of the home court advantage being just that, an advantage.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Smith. 5 points in the game. Screen by Jefferson. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Pass to Jefferson. Sinks that one from the post. Jefferson's got 6 points.
Yeah, the job he does inside, just phenomenal. Jefferson can make defenders look silly when he's in the post. That's how good his moves are.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
And not many players at that position, as explosive as he is in a close game, just rose up to the challenge.
Finney Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Here's Smith. That's short off the rim.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. They just can't buy a bucket right now.
The shot's good from the Doctor.
Right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Smith kicks to Nowitzki. Back to Smith. Nowitzki a screen. Out to the right wing from downtown. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Now here's Allen. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Doubled by Smith. So here is Dallas. The Mavericks leading Feeds it to Matthews. Back to Smith. Fires the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 8 points for him.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
And again it will go. Basket is good from the Doctor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Screen by Jefferson. It's stolen by Hill. Outside, Davis. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. The Mavericks have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16.
I'll tell you what, age ain't nothing but a number when you talk about the impact of Dirk Nowitzki. I mean, with his size and shooting touch, he creates so many openings for himself and his teammates offensively.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Smith. And it's Smith again missing.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Back to Cousins. It's stolen by Jefferson. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Hill. Outside Matthews. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Jefferson. Over Davis. And the shot is good from Nowitzki. And the Mavericks lead by 4. And Nowitzki's turnaround, an unblockable shot when he's hitting. Greg, he's unguardable.
And even though he's lost a little...
Oh!
He is a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
That could be a contender for the dunk of the year, I think. And that replay is sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. They set the pick. Inside. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second bump. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for New Orleans.
And they are going where the going is good for them right now. The painted area, high percentage and high volume shots.
And the Pelicans shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Davis, the pass to the Doctor. Cousins against Nowitzki. That ties the game. And that's now 6 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. We see it so often. A player will languish in one system, then flourish in another. Brent, during your 14-year career, which coach's system fit you the best?
Well, I think my years in Seattle, we opened up the offense a little bit and had the opportunity to play more of a point off guard. But I also enjoyed the structure of what Greg Popovich's system in San Antonio offered up as well. Always interesting, Kevin, with players who are languishing on benches for other ball clubs, how general managers start to assess whether that guy can be part of something great if they were to bring him in. I had the opportunity to play for a lot of great coaches and thought that I mixed up my game enough to make it a long career.
Making some changes here. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Davis. Wells comes in for Solomon Hill. And it's Holiday in for Allen. Measury, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Nerlens Noel comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. There's a screen by Noel. Smith kicks to Noel. He feeds it to Matthews. Over Holiday. Almost, but it rolls out.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Swiped away. Smith left side. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. Here's Wells. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Smith. Rebound by the Doctor.
And and forcing the miss there. He just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Finney Smith passes to Smith. Finney Smith kicks to Smith from 11 feet away, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Smith's got 10 points.
Such astounding shooting right now from him. He is untouchable from the perimeter. What a performance.
The Doctor passes to Holiday. Matthews with the steal. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
So many great point guards in this year's draft. Greg, what stands out to you about North Carolina State's Dennis Smith?
Well, I think he's the best athlete of them all. A terror off the bounce, great toughness, and he's drawn some comparison to Stevie Francis when you talk about his bounce and physicality.
And Smith, no good on that one.
And the explosive athletic nature of Smith's game, really exciting. Just a guy at the point with a ton of upside.
And Cousins kicks to Holiday. He gets it in there. Holiday's got his first basket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now here is Smith. He's got 12. There's the pick to the left side wing. There's Noel. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
To give a ton of credit to the screener there. That was a perfect pick to give his teammate the space to knock down the shot.
And that does it for the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And Dirk Nowitzki steadily climbing the all-time scoring rankings. He talked about the remarkable journey of his long and illustrious career.
When I first got here, my first year was so tough that I didn't really know that I can make it in this league. To be named with all these names is an unbelievable honor, and it's been a crazy ride.
Dirk has proven himself through the test of time. As tough as it may have been back in his rookie year, he overcame those obstacles to become this elite NBA player destined for the Hall of Fame.
And people do talk about players being a Dirk Nowitzki type. You're right about that. And that's a type any team would like to have. One of the greatest power forwards in the NBA's history.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Cleaning the glass, right from the jump, and that really helped them to set the tone.
I think you said it. If you start off playing physical, Greg, there's kind of the attention of the referees and the opponent that they're coming at them all night long.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. Smith Jr. runs the point with Matthews at his side. They're the backcourt. Measuring is out there with Nerlens Noel. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 spot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Rick Carlisle is one of the most respected head coaches in the league, especially for his X's and O's. But Bucks coach Jason Kidd played for Carlisle, praised his disposition. He's never up and never down, Kidd said. There's no panic in him. He gives you that sense of security to go out there and make a play. Kevin?
Gotta love Coach Carlisle, D.A., an even-keel guy who places a lot of trust in his players. Smith kicks to Measuring. To the middle. And that one's good. Noel. And now it's a 9-point Maverick lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They set the pick. Here's Rondo. Pass to Ajinça. uses the glass to finish the layup.
Cannot give players that kind of positioning, and the defense also late in trying to alter that shot.
And Matthews kicks to Smith. Shot off the screen, and it's Dallas with another.
I tell you, and Smith has run the pick and roll 1,000 times. A quick decision maker when he's in those sets.
Rondo against Smith. Rondo kicks to Cousins. A three-pointer off the mark.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And Smith isn't afraid of getting hit on the way up, constantly getting into the guts of the D and forcing the issue.
Dallas shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
And the first one at the line is good.
And when you look at Dennis Smith Jr., you aren't blown away by the physicality at first, but he's incredibly gifted for a player his size. Great speed and quickness to blow by defenders.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. And with Dennis Smith, it isn't just burst of speed, it's his play in the open floor and Greg running end to end, which is phenomenal.
Yeah, he also just jumps and finishes at the rim like a shooting guard. He's only probably 6'2", 6'3", but he gets up in the air like a wing player. He's a lot like Derrick Rose was when he burst on the scene.
Lets it go with a three. Rebounded by Ajinça. Ajinça's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Here's Wells. Goes back up. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Pelicans have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. We've heard the rumors, Brent, the death of the big man, but with guys like Towns and Porzingis and others entering the league that can play on the perimeter and still have that length to make a difference inside, could we see a big man renaissance, or at least maybe see him have more of an impact than people are giving him credit for right now?
Well, I think what we're seeing is the evolution of the 5 spot, Kevin. So it's not that the big man is lost. It's that the big man's doing a lot of the things that the little man used to be asked to do, and that is shooting threes, handle the ball, make some decisions at the top of the key, be a playmaker. It's fascinating to watch guys with this sort of size and this sort of skill, and also being this young, having such a tremendous impact for the organizations they're playing for.
Shot clock at 5. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pelicans trail by 9. Rondo dishes to Cousins. Kicks to Holiday. Now the feed to Wells. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
That shot was all about Holiday and his ability to see the floor and the open man.
Smith the pass to Powell. Back to Smith. Dallas moving it around. Noel. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And Nerlens Noel out of Kentucky, slender and mobile and long, and Greg, he can cover ground in a hurry.
Boy, and you can see it in his rate of steals to go along with the blocks. That quickness is a huge asset in today's game. It's all about versatility, both offensively and defensively.
And the first one drops. Some changes for New Orleans. Anthony Davis comes in for DeMarcus Cousins, and Moore subbed in for Wells. All free throws good from Noel. And for the Mavericks, clearly the rebuild, Greg, has begun.
Yeah, but they made good use of their picks. They brought in more youth and signed their building blocks. Franchise isn't used to rebuilding, but they are approaching it, I think, the right way.
Here's Moore, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Moore goes into the contact. He's saying, I want more contact.
First trip to the line for him here.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. And the Pelicans' 2017 first-round pick went to the Kings as part of the DeMarcus Cousins trade. Brent, how does this team find help along the perimeter?
A lot of this comes down to the Pelicans and scouting not only the NBA and the college ranks, but maybe the international ranks to try to find some guys to come in and be not only 3-and-D players, but also good cohesive players to play alongside what DeMarcus Cousins can do and what Anthony Davis provides.
Here's Smith. And Davis sends it back.
Just a wonderful effort from Davis on the defensive end with that rejection.
It's Powell on the wing. The dish to Withy. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Smith for three. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rondo. Ian Clark's checked in for Drew Holiday. Outside Matthews. Smith kicks to Powell. Back to Smith. Passes it to Matthews. Powell with the screen. There's the screen. The three. No good on that one. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
They get it back.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
Withy dishes to Powell. 6 on the shot clock. Powell with the screen. Fires for three. A three-pointer is right on target. Finney Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Clark kicks to Rondo. Moore outside. High arcing shot. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
Look how active Moore is being on offense, especially watching him share the basketball on that play.
As we've seen, many teams play a little bit of a soft zone defensively. What's the best way, you think, Brent, to counteract that when you're trying to run your half-court offense?
Well, the best way to counteract anybody who's softening up on the backside of the zone is to overload that side of the court, Kevin. So now all of a sudden, if you make a shift with more players on one side of the floor, there's no way for three to cover two on the backside. That's where teams can gain incredible advantage. How Alvin Gentry has to be proud that the responsibilities of playing defense for their squad last year was something that they accepted. They went from a bottom 3 team to a top 10 team defensively just last season.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And with more talent, you think the Pelicans have a chance, Brent, to step their offense up this season?
Oh, I absolutely do. I think the amazing part about last year is that the Pelicans ended up sliding their way up into the top 10 defensively. That's an area where the likes of a team like the Denver Nuggets needs to make their improvement. Maybe between those two teams, they're battling to find their way into the postseason.
I'm not sure, Greg, there's a player who better fits the description of a grinder than Wes Matthews.
Yeah, so tough, too. I mean, mentally and physically. He talks about inflicting his personality on the team, and he truly is what I'd call a culture builder.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. You gotta like what Dennis Smith has done in this game.
Yeah, I know the defense has 5 guys, but collectively they're no match for this guy. He is roasting them.
Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for Nowitzki.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
And so here is New Orleans, trailing by 10. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Hill left side. Just 5 on the clock. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Hill's got his first 2 points of the night.
Hill burrowing inside, and because of his size, he's able to do that, get around the rim and finish.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the doctor in the last game against the Celtics was superb. He finished with 36 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. A fantastic effort for a guy who may just start making some waves around this league. It'll be interesting to watch, Kevin.
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. I mean, but we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
And the great players are never satisfied. We'll see what he does in the next one.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Moore outside. Shoots off the screen. Here's Davis. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
It's stolen. From the line. Offensive rebound. It's deflected, but they recover it. Here's the doctor, and the officials call a traveling violation. Some terrific new faces in the league, and as we have about a month left to play in this season, what better time than now to see who has stood out and shown they have the skill and talent to take home the Rookie of the Year award. Well, you look at the doctor. He's been up there with the best of the class, and at number 4 on their list, you know he's performed at a very high level all season long.
And with only 3 of his fellow rookies sitting ahead of him, maybe there's still time for him to kind of make enough noise and move up.
I hope so. It might be asking just a bit too much. He'd have to do something really extraordinary for that to happen.
Here's Finney Smith with the kicks to Matthews. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Clark. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Matthews has got 15.
And started hot, and he's only gotten harder.
Davis with a screen on Matthews. Here's Clark. He's covered by Matthews. They double him with Matthews. They need this, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And that's some inspiration. Steals, blocks, and a big dunk. Those are ways that you can really change the momentum in a game.
Well, they got to chip away at that deficit, and no doubt that'll help.
Well, the team needed just a bit of momentum shifting back to their side. They're excited. Let's see if they can maintain that excitement long enough to get some damage done. Yeah, this is a terrible start for him, and it has to be weighing on him.
They get it back. Tries again, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots. We knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
Sounds weird to say, but a guy 7 feet tall like Anthony Davis could be considered an out-of-nowhere superstar. In high school, he was a skinny kid on the bench, not like he's big now. But until an 8-inch growth spurt changed everything. That's why he's got those point guard skills.
And so Anthony Davis nails both of them. And Davis wasn't on the recruiting radar really until his senior year of high school.
I really cannot believe that, especially after watching the 1 year in Kentucky, winning a national championship, the most outstanding player of the tournament, the #1 pick, grabbing a gold medal. I mean, the scouts are out there, right?
Here's the doctor. He's got 16. Here's Clark. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Mavericks leading by 11. Powell, the pass to Matthews. Now Powell. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And Dwight Powell played all 4 seasons at Stanford for the Cardinal. Still filling out his frame.
He is, and you know, the knock on Powell was that he wasn't tough enough to battle inside at this level. But guy is a worker, basically sleeping in the gym, and with his length and athleticism, he's starting to figure it out.
The free throw drops for Powell.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And Hill has it in the corner. Dishes it to Davis. Hits the front of the rim and out.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Smith. And that one goes. Feeding him with the lead pass.
And Smith, an accomplished scorer, has a beautiful looking mid-range jumper.
Here's the doctor, covered by Smith. The doctor passes to Davis. That doesn't go either for Davis.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yeah, sometimes you just can't figure out what's wrong, but he keeps trying to push through.
Here's Nowitzki. And there's the pass to Mejri. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Nowitzki a screen. Smith drawn the double team. Powell dishes to Matthews. Over Hill. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Pelicans trail by 16. Outside, Davis. Allen outside. Outside, Hill. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
It's Powell on the wing. Mejri kicks to Nowitzki. Smith with a wide open look. And it's Smith again missing. New Orleans has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let him fly. Pass to Hill. He dishes it to Allen. Davis sets a screen. The drive by Allen.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
For New Orleans, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
And the first one drops.
And Allen, just an incredible defender, has a grit and grind mentality and uses his speed and strong hands to just annoy offensive players.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Hill. Wells comes in for Ian Clark. And it's Drew Holiday in for the doctor. And Allen drops them both. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the first half. Smith outside. Nowitzki sets a screen for Smith. To the left side wing. Nowitzki, the pass to Matthews. From 13, and Davis sends it back. Wells with it. Shoots over Matthews. Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Wells.
And Wells really has a firm grasp on that mid-range area of the floor, capable of hitting these shots in bunches.
And we finished one half of basketball. The Mavericks on top. They lead by 12. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, scoring has not been an issue. How are you getting those looks that you want?
I appreciate it, DA. You know, my teammates have done a great job of finding me whenever I get a gap of space. You know, I know as long as I keep moving, I keep hustling, you know, they'll set me up in a position to score. And, you know, fortunately, I've been able to get a few to fall in my way the first half.
Well, it's been more than luck. You've done a great job. See you in the second half. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Mavericks leading by 12. The bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Doctor out there with Allen, and it's Hill in at the 3 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Smith with it, now guarded by the doctor. Nowitzki dishes to Matthews. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Doctor's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And the Mavericks looking to go young now around Nowitzki. Unsurprisingly, they've already found some intriguing young prospects.
Rejected by Nowitzki. And they're on the break. Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
But how about the speed there by Smith? He can intimidate you not just with the athleticism, but with his quickness in the open floor.
Here's the doctor, covered by Smith. The shot comes out, and for the Mavericks, they're shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Shot from the low block. Smith missing again. And for the Mavericks, you look at their young guys, a lot of athleticism, and Greg, an upside already on the roster.
And Mavs fans have to be pleased with what they've done so far. I mean, especially with the selection of Dennis Smith in the draft, who can be a special player at that point guard position. They're making smart moves to kind of revamp this roster.
Dallas leading by 14. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, "I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here. Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. And Finney Smith gets it to go.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Here's the doctor, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
I can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
This will be his third free throw shot of the game.
And 74%, yeah, you know, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
And from the day that Anthony Davis was drafted, New Orleans had a win-now mindset.
Well, that's what the decree from the upper management was, and maybe a little bit unfair to put that kind of pressure on such a young superstar talent who wanted to find his way in the NBA. The front office focused on making some trades and surrounding him right away without understanding exactly what Anthony Davis was going to be good at. Let's face it, he's still great, and there's still that opportunity for AD.
Outside Hill. Outside Davis. To the paint. Here's Cousins. Jefferson with some nice D.
Yeah, I think the defense made an impact on that play, making the shooter feel a bit uncomfortable on release.
Out left to the wing. There's a good screen. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
This just doesn't seem to be his night, or his team's for that matter either. They got to pull it together here quick, or it's going to be lights out.
Smith kicks to Matthews. Screen by Jefferson. Back to Matthews. Here's Finney Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pelicans trail by 15. Pass to the doctor. They double him with Matthews. Turn around Jay. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki.
Pretty surprised he missed that shot. The defense was decent, but not really a factor.
Dallas moving it around. Smith the pass to Matthews. Passes it to Finney Smith. And it's off from three-point range. For New Orleans, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. They get it back. Here's Cousins. And yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And the first one at the line is good.
DeMarcus Cousins, a big guy without a doubt who can carry the offensive load for any team that he's playing on. He puts up some incredible numbers on some decent offensive efficiency, over 20 shots a game though the last few seasons.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for New Orleans. Hondo comes in for Allen. Jeff Withey, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Alvin Gentry wants a timeout.
Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Take a look here at the shot chart for New Orleans.
And when you look at this shot chart, you get a good visual of just how often
they are settling for something outside. They have to know that this defense wants them to take those kinds of shots, and they would be a lot better off if they recommit to attacking the basket.
Here is Rondo. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The shot's good from the Doctor.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Mavericks leading by 11. And here's Smith. He's got 22. Withy dishes to Jefferson. They set the screen. And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with the basket, coming off a pretty pass. Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
And that one comes up a bit short. Pelicans trail by 12. Over to the wing. Here's the Doctor, and Jefferson sends it back. Finney-Smith kicks to Smith. Off the pick. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Now here's Rondo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. They double him with Matthews. Matthews with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Smith's running. And Davis sends it back. Rondo drives in. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well around the rim.
Here's Smith. Buries the 20-footer. Smith's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 10 on difficulty, that's an 11.
And Moore kicks to Davis. Moore outside. Screened by Cousins. The pass to the Doctor. Matthews with the steal. Smith outside. Here's Finney-Smith. 9 points in the game so far. Matthews with it. Now guarded by the Doctor. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jefferson kicks to Matthews. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
Yeah, when your shot's in the fridge like this, it's easy to lose your confidence, and that's why some of the most prolific scorers, they have short-term memories.
And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Measury, he's checked in for Jefferson. Nerlens Noel comes in for Jeff Withy. Powell, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Farrell subbed in for Smith. Pelicans trail by 12. And Holiday kicks to Moore. They set the pick. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Wesley Matthews picks one up.
Moore, as an efficient scorer out here, plays well within himself on the offensive end.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Harris is checked in for Yogi Ferrell. That one is no good. Mavericks leading by 11. Powell, the pass to Harris. Powell with the screen. to the inside. It's stolen by Davis. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Rondo. Out of bounds, Pelicans ball as New Orleans keeps possession. New Orleans making a switch here. Wells is checked in, and Dallas with a change here too. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Harris. Now here's Rondo. Not a lot of room. Feeds it to Wells. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists in the game. The Mavericks shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. He feeds it to Noel. It's Matthews on the wing. Lock at 6. Over Holiday. Matthews no good. Pelicans trail by 8. Wells wide open. A three-pointer no good. Now the Mavericks with it. Matthews with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Now Powell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Chalk up 2 there.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, it's a bit of a lazy play right there. You're hoping that the guy misses the shot without really doing your job in challenging it.
Here's Wells, and he's good on the 3-ball. Wells has got 11.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Finney-Smith kicks to Matthews. They set the pick. Powell with the screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
Rondo kicks to Holiday. Shoots the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Matthews has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Matthews. Lets it go from 14. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Out to the right wing. Right wing. Davis sets a screen. Right side Holiday. Fires from deep. But he stays with it. He kicks it to Wells. Lets the 3 fly. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
It's a phenomenal crash from Anthony Davis on the boards there. He comes up with the rebound and gets an easy putback.
Powell with the screen. And Matthews kicks to Finney-Smith. The feed to Powell. There's the dish to Matthews. Over Rondo. And it's Matthews again missing. Holiday with it. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. A shot by Wells, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Finney-Smith kicks to Measury. Noel passes to Finney-Smith. And here is Powell. For Davis. Here's Measury. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Measury's got his first points of the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And really a good job spotting his teammate near the bucket and then just pinpoint passing for the finish.
Mavericks leading by 5. Kicks it to Powell. There's 38 seconds left in the third. That's DeMeasury. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Finney Smith, guarded by Holiday. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Solomon Hill, he's checked in for New Orleans. The Mavericks also with a sub. Nowitzki's checked in. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 39% from the floor since the half. Not really what they had in mind. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Matthews against Holiday. This is Dwell. For three. Measury with the rebound. Measury's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Nowitzki, that's for 2, and that's not going to go. The third quarter comes to a close. Mavericks lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And let's listen to head coach Rick Carlisle review the game plan with his guys.
It's not always going to be perfect, right? Sometimes we got to scramble and work it out. Got to keep our aggression up.
You heard Rick Carlisle, not looking to make it a pretty game. All he cares about is the results.
And that does often come from hustle. I mean, from pushing the action. We'll see how it plays out.
All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. Moment here now for an injury report. We get a chance to check in on Dennis Smith's status. David.
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Mavericks gave us some information. It's not what anyone wanted to hear, as it sounds like it's a severe injury. And, of course, that would be a brutal loss for this team if he misses any time, as they're getting ready for the end of the season. Kevin?
Appreciate that, D.A. Well, it's never easy for a player to go through what he's experiencing, Greg, right now.
But it is something that happens to almost every player. He's strong enough mentally to get through it. This we know.
Sometimes off the court, you work harder than you do preparing for a regular game. He'll get himself ready to go. Look forward to when he gets back on the court.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Noel is out there with Nowitzki. Then it's Matthews. Then there's Measury. And it's Finney Smith in at the shooting guard position. Clock at 4. Here's Matthews. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
Well, that's a shot right there. He's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't hit.
No problems knocking that one down.
He has been an absolute wrecking ball from outside during this half, guys.
Finney Smith kicks to Noel. Passes it to Measury. Got a piece of it. There's the pick. He dishes it to Matthews. There's a screen by Noel. And Matthews gets it to go.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Down low. Here's Cousins. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers, with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
That one drops. He ties it up.
There's no question that DeMarcus Cousins is one of the most talented bigs in the league. He's even added a nice-looking 3-ball to his offensive arsenal.
Outside Matthews. Out left to the wing. Here's Finney Smith. Hands it from downtown. Finney Smith's got 9 points now in just the second half. Here's the doctor, guarded by Harris. The kick out to Hill. There's a good screen. Terrific design on the big foot, and he lays it in.
Well, the size of Solomon Hill should give him confidence enough to go in there and finish around the rim.
Screen by Jefferson. Matthews against Holiday. Jefferson, a screen on Holiday. And here's Harris from the arc. That shot missing. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And there's the pass to the doctor. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Davis is checked in for Drew Holiday. Yogi Ferrell's checked in for the Mavericks. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Feeds it to Matthews. There's a screen. And the layup's good off the glass. Matthews has got 4 this quarter.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
It's Hill on the wing. Allen kicks to Davis. New Orleans moving the ball around. Cousins with a screen for Hill. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Here's Ferrell. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Cousins has got 11 rebounds in the game. The doctor, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul against Dallas. Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the Mavericks making a change here. Harris is checked in. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Dallas has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. He feeds it to Matthews. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Matthews. Jefferson, a screen on Allen. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, easy call.
Shoot 2.
Free throw, good. Matthews. Yogi Ferrell's checked in for the Mavericks. So he gets them both.
Well, they depend on him to score, and that doesn't mean just from the field. Sometimes it comes from the charity stripe.
Here's the doctor. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Cousins has got 3 assists tonight.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
Nowitzki a screen. Farrell kicks to Matthews. A 3-ball. Mavericks with the new shot clock. Jefferson, that's good.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, and you know who your Warriors are by plays like that. They make it when it matters most.
Hill has the open look. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Mavericks have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Screen by Jefferson. Matthews, no one around him, drains it from beyond the arc. Now it's a 4-point Maverick lead.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Allen's shot is off.
That's a shot you got to step up on. Wide open, no coverage. Good shooters don't miss that often.
Here's Farrell. Nowitzki a screen. Kicked away. Here's the break. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Allen.
And that's what you want in transition, a high percentage opportunity.
The story is true, and here the defense does a very poor job of matching up.
Nowitzki a screen. Here's Finney-Smith to the right side. Shot clock at 6. Good on the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
At the top of the key, Cousins. Over to the left wing. To the middle. It's stolen by Jefferson. Here's Farrell. He kicks to Matthews. Nowitzki with the screen on Hill. Jumper off the screen. Jefferson's shot is off.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
And sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
The kick out to Hill. Davis dishes to Allen. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Matthews. Allen's shot is off.
Just a little lackluster so far with his effort. He's been very limited due to his poor shooting.
Farrell passes to Nowitzki. Back to Farrell. Jefferson on top. Allen against Matthews. Nowitzki kicks to Farrell. And the rejection by Cousins.
So important for Cousins to continue to develop that defensive awareness. I like to see him showing off some of that shot blocking ability.
Dwight Powell's checked in for Farrell.
One shot.
And that one falls for Jefferson. Here's the doctor. Allen passes to the doctor. Powell with the steal. Mavericks leading by 8. Screen by Jefferson. To the left wing. Dallas moving it around. Nowitzki outside. Fires the 3. No good on the shot. Great tee that time from Davis. The Pelicans have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Powell with the steal. The 9-foot shot. Finney-Smith. It's good on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And they've let things get out of hand. Good time to reconvene.
They're just on the wrong end right now of a big run, and they need to plan how they're going to shift the momentum of the game.
The presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Wesley Matthews.
And guys, this really has been his night. He's done a lot of things well, but his scoring really put him over the top. You can see how determined he's been every time he's gotten his hands on the ball. Great drive and also great focus offensively.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. Pelicans trail by 10. Shot to stop the drought, and Jefferson sends it back. Here's Finney-Smith. He's guarded by Hill. Jefferson dishes to Matthews. Screen by Jefferson. Powell kicks to Finney-Smith. Hits it from three-point range.
And they're just living beyond the arc here, really the entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, not a bad time to be ripping the nets from distance, piling up some major points here.
Here's Cousins, and Jefferson sends it back. Matthews against Allen. And Matthews kicks to Finney-Smith. Back to Matthews. The dish to Jefferson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Al Jefferson. Both free throws good from Al Jefferson. Pelicans trail by 15. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's Powell. He's guarded closely. Nowitzki a screen. Cousins against Jefferson. Nowitzki for three. Second shot opportunity, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Loose shots.
That free throw good from Jefferson. so he makes both from the line. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 17. There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. And the Mavericks making a change here. Farrell's checked in. There's 1:54 left in the game. Allen inside. Right side Davis. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
When Anthony Davis gets the rock and lets it go from there, he just makes it look so incredibly easy.
To the inside. It's stolen by Davis. And now the Pelicans on the break. And it's Hill. That time the assist by Davis. That's now 8 points for Hill.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Matthews with it. Now defended by the Doctor. Screen by Jefferson. Farrell kicks to Jefferson. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Sinks the triple. Matthews has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Mavs.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Dallas.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Wesley Matthews.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Inside and stolen by Cousins. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's the Doctor, stolen away. Here's Farrell. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed?
Tough one tonight, DJ One Love.
Not for me, though. Did you see the way I played out there, bro?
Wait a minute. Basketball is a team sport, bro. Teams win championships. Me's win scoring titles.
All right, well, how about we do both, then?
All right, I feel you, young blood. I like that.
All right, DJ, I see you want to work on your post game. Here's what we're going to do.
right, fellas. One game won't break our season, but let's not make losing a habit. Let's get it in today. I want to score earlier in transition. Man is up court, we gotta get the ball to him. All right, today we're gonna get up and down the court in some transition drills. strong. And let's set up this next drill. You got it. You got it. Come on, man. One more.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Here's what we're gonna do. Stay focused on your workout.
For juice? Thanks, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
All right, DJ, I see you want to work on your post game. Here's what we're gonna do. right, DJ, let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Let's go. More dilly-dally.
All right, DJ, let's get to work. Here's what we're going to do.
Money, DJ. Great game, DJ.
Mr. DJ,